Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so sorry that I cannot be with you this afternoon. I hope that the information here will provide you with some ideas as you and your students begin to navigate this difficult career choice of universities and subjects. There's a weekly newsletter that goes out to you as parents, and there's a section in there that's titled the University Corner. It contains some useful hints and ideas, and I provide information about UK and US universities mainly, as these are the countries that our students are most interested in studying in. However, this doesn't mean that we do not help you prepare if you want to study elsewhere. If you would like to study elsewhere, please just get in contact with me and I will help you with that process. Wednesdays during lunchtime, there's a drop-in clinic for students. They don't need to sign up for this. They can just come and find me in FO3 and ask me any questions that they might have about subject choices or career-related questions. We start the counselling process in grade 10 when students take part in Step 1 testing. This is an aptitude test that is done by an outside agency that provide individual feedback to students about the subjects they can consider for diploma, as well as possible career suggestions based on their interest. This academic year, our 10th grade students took the PSSS test. This is a precursor for the PSAT, which is in turn a precursor for the SAT. As a school, we are not focused on testing, but our students are sitting exams that other students are rigorously prepared for. And therefore, as a school, we want to provide our students with at least 2 opportunities to write an equivalent test before they write their SATs or ACTs. From next academic year, we will also be offering students with an opportunity to take the ACT Aspire test that is a precursor for the ACT test. Both the SAT and ACTs are equally accepted by universities. These tests favour specific learning and test-taking styles for individual students. We provide opportunities for students that are considering studying the US, the opportunity to take both so that they can find the test that best suits them, and then they can take the time they need to prepare for that test. Universities are greatly in favour of the IB, and students are very well received by the majority of universities, both in the UK and in the USA, as this is the best pre-university preparation that students can get. Often in the USA, students get first-year credit for their subjects, so they don't need to take their subjects as a first year. With specific conditions, for example, you need to get more than a 6 at higher level. That differs for each university, though. Most students start their choice by looking at the country they want to study in, so I will take this approach when I'm looking at universities. This is important to note that this is not the only way to approach it, but this is just the most common way. Another way you can approach it is by looking at the subjects you want or the degree you want to study rather than which country you want to study. When deciding between the US and the UK, the most significant figure that you need to consider is funding. Studies in the USA are significantly more expensive than in the UK, but the US offers a very different student learning experience. If you're an EU student and that's not English, it's free to study in Scotland. Therefore, universities in Scotland, such as the University of Edinburgh, is very popular and also competitive to get into. UK universities are strongly concerned with grades, while the US universities, there's other factors such as clubs and sport that they take into consideration as well in your application. Universities in general will not offer you a place if they do not think you meet the academic rigors of that course. So therefore it is important to consider the subjects that you need to take as well as whether you can maintain that grade that the universities consider to be important. For most UK universities, they're only concerned with your grades for the last 2 years of your studies, and in particular your predicted and final IB grades. US universities, on the other hand, is looking at your grades from grade 9 onwards. So it is important to note that it doesn't have to be great when you start. It's very important for them that they see a growth and development as you as a student. So as students are getting ready to move on to the next part of their journey, I'm there to help both students and families with whatever they need. So some suggestions that I can give to you as parents to take away is read as much as you can and encourage your child to read as much as they can about the country where they would like to study in. Then once they've decided on the country they want to study in, look at the possible degrees that they are interested in. From there, narrow it even further down, and then look at the universities that best suits their preference, their learning styles, and then from there, you need to be thinking of what's the next step you need to take. For example, if you want to study in the USA or Oxbridge or study medicine, you need to take a standardized test. So you need to take that into consideration because that needs to go as part of your planning for the last 2 years of school. Then also it's very important for students to keep up with their schoolwork. I hope you found this useful, and if you need any additional information, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much. Bye.